unstoppable. I'm a Persia with no brains. I'm invincible. They have won every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today.
কোনো কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটর যখন তার ভিডিওর ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডে মিউজিক দেয়, ওই মিউজিক যত মানুষ শুনে, যত মানুষের একজনের গুনাহ হয়, 10 জনের শুনলে আলাদা আলাদা 10 জনের গুনাহ হয়। একজন কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটরের ওই 10 জনের সমপরিমাণ গুনাহ একজন কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটরের হয়। কোন কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটরের ভিডিওর মধ্যে যে জুয়ার অ্যাড আসে, ওই জুয়ার অ্যাড থেকে যত টাকা সে উপার্জন করে তত টাকা তার জুয়ার ইনকাম বলে গণ্য হয়। যখন কোনো মহিলা এসে নাচে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ দেওয়ার জন্য, কোন পণ্যের সাথে মহিলাও নাচে, গান বাজে, ওই কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটরের ওই উপার্জন নেচে গেয়ে উপার্জন বলে গণ্য হবে। কোন কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটরের কন্টেন্টের মধ্যে যখন অ্যাডভার্টাইজে গান আসবে, তখন ওই যতটুকু টাকা সে আর্ন করবে অ্যাডসেন্সে বা মনিটাইজেশনে, অতটুকু উপার্জন তার গায়কের উপার্জন হিসেবে গণ্য হবে, যা হারাম। So this is the reality.
I'm unstoppable. I'm a Persia with no brains. I'm invincible. They have won every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today.
Okay, now here I can start it for it. Well, I would not upgrade to Pro because upgrade to Pro is sometimes expensive. Well, let's start. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It's me, Michaela, and welcome to you to our segment number 0. Yes, here we can see in this segment we are talking to our song, and now let's see what's happened. That the happening points is like that. Nowadays, here we can see a person named Sheikh Jamshed Majumder. I don't know if he would Majumder would be a Muslim name or not. Probably Musliman. Majumder would be the Hindu name. But still, the Maulana's name is Sheikh Jamshed Majumder. Okay, that's good. But the bad is that, in the first part, she said, here her pronouns would be he, him. But in this case, I address her as a her. Well, now her content is that in Instagram reels, that when a Muslim content creator create a content with a music in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagrams, that is haram. Okay. Now here we can say, as I can see, what is the points? Here is a probable hadith that music is haram. But what is the complete hadith? The complete hadith is that, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our honorable Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one day saying some points and have a discussing about the strategy to develop Makkah. In these times, here are two girls, two women singers appearance here. Okay? Well, it is not a bad, but the bad part is that when she started music in front of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, discussing the strategy to develop Makkah. Well, still that was good, but bad one is that the music was only to bully Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay. Now here when we walk on road, when we walk on some points, here someone's want to torture me that in the case that my first favorite country is England and my second favorite country is Israel, and now I am mostly supporting Israel in the topic against Palestinian terrorists. And in this case, some Bangladeshis are starting to torture me. Well, they are slam dogs, girls, or slam dog trans boys, and 99% of them are like a terrorist of Hamas or Al Qaeda or Taliban or Ansarullah Bangladesh. And here here you can see the Sheikh Jamshed Majumder. Here you can see the significant negative points. Well, they have seen us that, well, Michaela, why your name is Michaela? You are Muslim. Why should your name would be Michaela? This is to bully persons, but there was no proper hadith to have a long beard like this. Okay. My niqab is most beautiful than her beard. Well, in the case of that, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in hadith that the song to bully, some innocent people, or the song who can humiliate some innocent people, that should be prohibited. But what our Sheikh Jamshed Majumder said? Well, our Sheikh Jamshed Majumder said that if you are content creator in music genre on YouTube, you are doing haram work, and that is the problems we can notify, because in several cases here we can say privately Sheikh Jamshed Majumder herself would contains some her most 10 favorite music videos. Well, the music video would be like to support Palestinian terrorists or support Afghan terrorists or support something like to support Iranian terrorists. Okay. And what about romantic music? Well, she cannot say that romantic music is haram. Although she said in her Instagram reels that music content creator in YouTube is haram to live in world. Well, it is the Instagram reel of her. But still, we believe that some romantic videos like that Chand ka roshan chehra to husn ka rahmat pehra, this type of this. Well, it is the favorite music of favorite romantic music of Sheikh Jamshed Majumder. She would say, her second most favorite romantic song music is like that. To cheese badi hai mast mast. It is the words. But now, okay, here we can say my topic is that what was the points that Sheikh Jamshed Majumder here we can see. Now what was the points that Sheikh Jamshed Majumder said that music content on YouTube is haram when a content creator upload a music contents on YouTube. There are million viewers. Hence, 1 views mean 1 kilogram guna. Music content creator would contain million kilograms guna. Well, this is the dangerous part. So Sheikh Ahmed Majumder said in her Instagram reels. Now, here I can discuss that what was the points that Sheikh Ahmed Majumder said forcefully. Now let's check it. Well, now where is my points? Shukran, Michaela, that you have said some points. And here, I have notified is that, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder, who loves the several romantic musics, why would he, why would she say that a romantic music video would be haram? Well, that would be my out of questions. But I would try to have an answer. Okay. Salam Habibi, it's me, Gal Gadot, and I am here with you on the several points. Okay, and here you can see that here the camera options points of Michaela, just because here the camera woman is Michaela. Okay, now here we can see, well, now here I would say some lyrics of my national anthem, that means Israeli national anthem, and I would discuss that why Sheikh Jamshed Majumder has been frustrated that she could not tolerate the Israeli patriotic song. Well, now in the Instagram reel, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder's point is that music content creator on YouTube is haram to live, but the purpose is to stop the Israeli national anthems. Here I can notify seats. Okay, perhaps you have to hardly believe it. Well, here Michaela would have a seat and I would explain. Okay. Now, Michaela, you are to click the points. Okay. Well, I don't know if in editing we can see you or not. Okay. Now here we can see. First of all, mouse motions, computer mouse motion is Michaela's mouse. Okay. Now the first sentence of the Israeli national anthem is Polat Baleva Penima. And what is the meaning of that? As long as in heart within. Okay. When you can say, well, here Israeli national flag, and the first sentence of Israeli national anthem lyrics is, well, as long as in heart within. Well, that means we Israeli believe in, we Israeli humans believe that, well, the Israeli flag would be with heart as Dasilian centuries or the time of Google centuries. Here is the point. Now I would tell you that what is Google in here. Google is not the Google search engine. Here Google means, well, 10 to the power 100. Okay. That means, well, the lyric says that Israeli national flag is with our in our hearts for 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 100 centuries. Okay. This level of nationalisms, well, you can see that here our where is the words? Here we can see this level of nationalisms. Sheikh Jamshed Majumder is a Palestinian terrorist or pro-Palestinian. I mean, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder would support Palestinian terrorists. And now here we can see that here we can, if I Gal Gadot say a song like as long where the first lyrics is as long as in heart within, and the background is Israeli flag, and the meaning where the meaning is Israeli national flag within our would be in our heart for 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 100 centuries. Well, this level I can understand that why Sheikh Jamshed Majumder would say that when we Israeli content creator upload the national our national anthems accordance with Jamshed Majumder, we are doing sin accordance with Sheikh Jamshed Majumdar's Islam. Okay, now here we can say what is the second point. Okay, now here second lyrics is well Nefesh Yahudi Homia. Now what is the meaning is that? Well, the meaning is a Jewish soul still yearn. And now here we can say it is clear that our national it is not only the song, it is Israeli national anthem. Well, because here the second sentence of the lyrics is that a Jewish soul still yearns. That means the Jewish soul would be rocking and the movements, and we would be proud of our Jewish soul. Okay. Now here, as we are in our Jewish soul, well, here is properly that we can say that it is a national anthems of every Jewish countries. Okay. Now here we can say, well, when Saudi Arabian contents are Saudi Arabian national anthems, well, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder has no problem. Sheikh Jamshed Majumder has no problem when, well, Pakistan national anthems would be on. But what about when we say the national anthem of any Jewish country. Well, here in second lyrics, without our national flags, it is not clear that which Jewish country's national flag. Perhaps it is not Israeli national anthems, but any another Jewish national anthems. But still now here we can say, well, there is only one official Jewish country, and that is Israel. Okay. Now here we can say, patriotic song would motivate us to do some patriotic task. Okay, and if the patriotic song would be the national anthem, well, it is enough for us that we would say, we would content our best performance to do the patriotic task. Hence, we have a national anthem. Now, here, well, when the national anthems contains second lyrics, well, I mean second sentence, where second sentence is that a Jewish soul still yearns. That means the Jewish soul would be wrong. Here you can say, well, Sheikh Ahmed Majumder is going to be frustrated. Why I would say, okay, here the points would be like that. Well, Jewish, now here we can say, it is clear that it is Jewish national anthems, and here Jewish people would content his best performance on his patriotic task. Well, our Israeli army, Israeli Air Force, and Israeli Navy Force, and Israeli Mossad and Shin Bet is based on the Jewish national anthems. Okay, now here we can say that how we Mossad do our best. Now you can see here is the points. Well, why Mossad is one of the three best national security agency of the world. Well, why world says that Mossad is the one of three best national security agency of the world? First, because of Mossad follows our Israeli national anthems. Well, yes, it is the Israeli national anthem, but for now, well, and it is always the Jewish national anthems. Okay, and here, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder has the problems that when Jewish when the Jewish national anthems motivate Israeli Mossad to do their best to eliminate the enemy of Israeli army, then why the Jewish national anthem would still on? Now, I literally understand that why Sheikh Jamshed Majumder would say that music content creator is haram on YouTube, because when the content would be on YouTube, while the content is Israeli national anthems, here we can assure that 20 million Israelis would be associated with the Israeli national anthems. And here accordance with Sheikh Jamshed Majumder, 20 million Israeli would be on Havia Jahannam, where some Israeli always are Muslims. Okay, now let's see. Okay, Michaela, you can sit here, and now you can play on. Okay? Okay. Here you can play on, and you can off your cameras. Well, okay. Your third lyrics is Wafeti Michar Rich Kadima. Okay. Wafeti Miraj Kadima. Okay. And what is the lyrics? And lyrics is that, and onward, 2 words, and the end of the east. Okay. Now, here we can say the points would be that, well, here are the 1 words, 2 words, and the end of the east. Well, now as we have a world map, here we can say here is our Muslim enemies would be on the east of Israel. Now here we can say just for a moment. Okay. Now here you can see here you can see here we have discussed the distance between Tel Aviv, Israel, and Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay. Here is not a direct route. Direct route is between from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and Delhi, Indians, and direct route between Tel Aviv, Israel, and Delhi, Indians. Okay. Now here we can see here England is the greenish. Now here one word is Algeria. Morocco Morocco, Algeria, Libya tour. Okay, that's one of the Israeli enemies. And the first way, several are behave like a friends. Okay. Now here still enemy is Niger, Chad, Sudan, uh, Eritrea, Somalia, etc. Now here towards is that the enemy of Israel is Syria, Iraq, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, okay, Iran, well, Afghanistan, and here you can see Bangladesh, Malaysia, Indonesia. As a Muslim countries, here is the length of our enemies. Okay, on the other hand, as Northern Wales, here we can say Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan, Tajikistan. And here is well our enemy supporters is here, that is Russia and China and North Korea. With that, they are our enemies supporters. Okay. Now here, well, our task is that, well, how much length in the east we have our enemies, and that is the roast point, as we can see. Well, none of the non-Jewish country would have this length of enemy that we Israeli has. Okay, and here that is our third sentence of the lyrics that we mentions that in our national anthems. Okay, but wait a minute. When our national anthem would be start, when British Empire would help us, British Empire helped assisted us to establish the sovereignty of Israel. Well, hence the Israeli national anthems would be before the establishment of the sovereignty of Israel. That means before 1946. Okay. Now let's find that before 1946. Here we can see. Well, that would be written in England or France or Poland or something Spain, Portugal, like that. Here is the points. Okay. And that means the Israeli national anthem has been written in the ongoing World War II. Here you can see that who was our enemy. Our enemy is Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Libya, Algeria. And in this time, our enemy was Nazi Germany, and their supporters Russia, Soviet Union. Okay. Now here we can see that, and in these times, when Iran is a friend of India, well, in the next time, perhaps, India would prove herself to be enemy of Israel. That is the points what we are afraid. Okay. And now here we can see Sheikh Jamshed Majumder knows that in the third sentence of lyrics of Israeli national anthems, well, here we have mentioned that in Eastern way, we have several enemies. And when in Eastern ways, when we have several enemies, and enemy countries are increasing day by day, and we are aware of that, and that is the frustrations. Well, that is the frustration of Sheikh Jamshed Majumder, the pro-Palestinian. Okay, hence, here is the reason that why Sheikh Jamshed Majumder said that Israeli national anthems content creator on YouTube is haram. Okay. And now, well, I would let Michaela to take the points and back to the lyrics. Well, here the fourth lyrics is what? Now let's see. What is the fourth sentence of the lyrics? I am the giant Sophia. Now, what is the points? Meaning of that? That is, and I still gauge towards jam. Okay. Now, here we can say, well, okay, Michaela, you can say some points, but let us on it. Okay, you can say Shukran Gal Gadot, and here we can say, well, our eyes is our eyes is in case of child. That means our eyes is dedicated that we would establish the Zionist world. Okay. Now let's see, well, what is the Zionism? Well, now here I can say the Zionism means, well, here we can say, here, well, as we can say, the Zionism means nothing but just pro-Jewish state. Well, and here we can say, well, our every point says that we would stay on our Jewish community. Well, we Jewish people are here to protect our Jewish community. Well, for example, here we can say, well, when it's me, Michaela Caesario de Santa, demonstrated as a Jewish girl. Okay. I am a Jewish girl and I am here only to protect the Jewish person. I am a Jewish girl. Well, I am here only to protect our Jewish father, our Jewish mothers, and here our Jewish neighborhood and our Jewish family. I have to protect our Jewish family. Okay. Now here we can say, well, here Muslim fathers are not allowed to be protected by us. Well, here we can see Muslim mothers are not allowed to protected by us, to be protected by us. Here we can say Muslim friends are not allowed to be protected by us because, well, now according with human psychology, when a person is not protected by positive religion, okay. Now here we can see everything is okay. Well, now here we can see a Jewish father can be protected by us, but a Muslim father cannot be protected by us. Okay. Now, according with human psychology, it is clear when a person cannot be protected in any positive religious community, that means, well, his career would be destroyed, his, well, family would be destroyed, well, and perhaps, well, his life would be destroyed. Here is why we Jewish people protect our Jewish community. Now here, well, a Jewish man, say like George Soros, will say, "Oh, Muslim is a beautiful man, and Islam is a beautiful religion. I wish that all of my neighborhood would be Muslims." It is a Jewish person, George Soros mindset. And now, what is going on there? Well, George Soros cannot learn that what is knowledge and how to get a knowledge, because in Abrahamic religions, well, how to get knowledge, it is only in Jewish community. Well, in Jewish community, we curse Prophet Lot, Prophet Lut, because here we can say, well, we Jewish know that homosexuality is not a crime. Homosexuality is just a nature from God. But still, Prophet Lut sent some evil person set on the border of city like Sodom and Gomorrah to destroy the homosexual city. Well, and what is the effect? The effect is clear that, well, Prophet Lot is respected by Muslims, but Prophet Lot is not respected by Jews. Okay. Now here would be that, well, gender changing funds, George Soros has brought gender changing for the homosexual community, and that is the negative points we have noticed on that. Well, and women, a Jewish woman can be lesbian. She can marry a Jewish woman. And in Jewish community, there is nothing to be wrong that a woman can marry a woman. Here, no gender changing is necessary. But George Soros, a left-wing Jewish, I mean the woke Jewish, preferred herself to be surrounded by women. I mean the surrounded by all of Muslim neighbor. And what is the negative stance? Well, the negative stance is like that. Well, accordance with Islam, homosexuality is haram. But we are lesbian by birth. What we do that? One lesbian would change her gender. That's wokeism would be on that point. When one lesbian would change her gender to marry another woman she loved, here is not homosexuality has been gone. But homosexuality is not crime. It is just a nature, beautiful nature. Then why would homosexuality would be removed? Well, here we can say, and some Islamic Jews has no knowledge about their survive from the Islamic persons. Well, several Jews are dying because they have no knowledge about the Jewish culture, they have no knowledge about the Jewish beautiful society. Well, most of them are believe that Islam is attracting to us, and hence, well, they have several restrictions in Islam. Well, then she dies. Okay. Nowadays, in my definition, Zionism is nothing just to protective ideology of Jewish community. Okay. Well, in Christianity, well, there is a Christian value protective ideologies in here. Then we have to protect our Christian cultures. Christianism. Well, Christianisms, I mean, Scientology is here just to protect the Christian community. Now, what about the Jewish communities and Hindutva? Hindutva is just a protective ideology that ensures that we are here to protect our Hindu culture. That is Hindutva. Okay. Some Muslims says that Hindutva is a Hindu form of Jainism. Then that's okay. Because of Jainism and Hindutva, we Jewish communities are protected by Islamic deceptions. And now Israel has become the one of the three best national security agency. And on the other hand, Muslims are trying to destroy Israel. But somehow Muslims are being, just like losers that they could not destroy the Israeli points. And they could not destroy the Israeli mindsets, I mean the Jewish mindsets, because the element they need to destroy Israel has already been supporting the Israeli. And the element to destroy Israel is already in the knowledge of Israelis. Here, there is no hope that Muslim countries can destroy Israel. Okay, Gal Gadot. Now I am going to say the third point. Okay. And now here we can see some points I would like to share. I am in your backsides, perhaps. Okay. Well, now I am in front sides. Michaela, you can see here the next points. Well, now I would like to go for some points as I can do it. Okay. Now we would like to edit it to our research paper. Okay. Now here we can see I would tell you something. So here I have notified. So here we got an person's name Wakarujaman. Who is Wakarujaman and what is her relations with Bangladesh? Let's find out. Okay, surprisingly, we could find that Wakarujaman is Wakarujaman is a general of Bangladesh Army. Now, how Bangladesh Army works? Okay. Army's duty is to protect their national sovereignty from their borders enemy. Okay. Here we can say the nowadays, Bangladesh is an enemy country of Israel. Now, why do I say Bangladesh is an enemy country of Israel? Okay. Now here we can say Bangladesh believes that there would be one country and that would be Palestine. Before the establishment of State of Israel, here we can say Wakarujaman. I mean, the several Muslims believe that here would either Palestine or Jordan or Egypt or Syria. It would be good. It would be no problem. But after the establishment of Israel, several Muslims believe that there would be one state and that would be Palestine. But I believe that Palestine should not exist. Okay. Now here is one country to support Palestinian terrorists. And who is the country? Okay, I would have to see there. The country is Bangladesh. Here you can see. What is the driving route between Tel Aviv, Israel and Dhaka, Bangladesh? Let's find out. Okay. Accordance with the driving routes, here you can see driving route is 7,035 kilometers, 770 meters. That means almost 7,036 kilometers. Okay. Now, let's see the coverage country in the driving routes between Tel Aviv, Israel and Dhaka, Bangladesh. First of all, here we can see, the border between Syria and Jordan. Then the second coverage country is Iraq. Third covered country is Iran, that is always Tehran. Well, fourth coverage country is Afghanistan. Fifth coverage country is Pakistan. Sixth coverage country is India, and the seventh coverage country is Bangladesh. Now here let's find out who is Akhtaruzzaman. Oh, I have forgot something. She is Wakarujaman. I misspelling. I mean mispronouncing. That is Wakarujaman, the Bangladesh Army General. Okay, the Army General of pro-Palestinian Bangladesh. Okay, now here we can see it is where, and now under Wakarujaman, the General of Bangladesh Army, here we can see that what, well, what Sheikh Jamshed Majumder said. Here I would mention it, and of course I will mention the points, because that is the negativity as I can perceive. Okay. First of all, well, I would I would go to our first points. That would be a computer file. Okay. Well, here first part of our segment is okay, but here would be like that. I would click the point. Okay, here we can find it. Okay, well, this is the person's, well, what she did wrong. Well, I would mention it. Where is the points? I do not know. Yeah. Sheikh Jamshed Majumder say something. So, well, we are doing haram, who well create music contents on YouTube. Okay, who create music contents on YouTube? Well, here is a points. I can notify it. Okay. Now here we can see this person say, if we create music contents, I mean if we upload Israeli national anthems on YouTube, that means, well, 1 kilo per 1 view guna. Here we got 10 million kilograms guna according to her. But she does not know that well, with this type of her interfacial movement is like a terrorist facials. It support Palestinian terrorist face. Okay. Now here we can see what can we do. Let's find it. Okay. Now here as what can we do? Well, now here as we can say, Gal Gadot contains a sci-fi Mossad card. against Bangladeshi Army General Waqaruzzaman. Okay. Now, in this times, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder supports some Palestinian terrorism activities. She supports Sheikh Jamshed Majumder supports Palestinian terrorist activity. She supports Hezbollah terrorist activities. She supports Iranian terrorist activity. And now here we can say the points to be noted, my lord. Here now Bangladesh, she would say that we would generate a nuclear weapon to destroy the entire state of Israel. That is, Sheikh Jamshed Majumdar's statements. Because accordance with Instagram Reels, we are generating. Okay, accordance with Instagram Reels. Now, what did we do? Well, accordance with Instagram Reels, here we Sheikh Jamshed Majumder would want to destroy the state of Israel just because of Israeli national anthems. And she doing it in the place of Bangladeshi Army General Waqaruzzaman. Okay. Now our mission is to sabotage General Waqaruzzaman and Sheikh Jamshed Majumder. Okay. What can we do? Let's find it. We can do the Gal Gadot contains sci-fi Mossad card because I am a Mossad agent. Well, now let's see. What is our Mossad card? Half of weight is 1 ton. Well, departure is from Tel Aviv, Israel, and arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. And where's the driving distance? Driving distance is 7,036 kilometers. Here, what is our driving times? Okay, the driving times is that 3 seconds. Capability is 98%. That means Gal Gadot containing my Mossad car can travel from Tel Aviv, Israel to Dhaka, Bangladesh with 3 seconds, not in 1 minute. That is 3 seconds. Here capability is 98%. So, hence, you know, the Sheikh Jamshed Majumder would know that what is our capability. Well, here capability is 98%. Well, and what is our velocity? Sheikh Jamshed Majumder would know. Okay, now let's find what is the kinetic power. The kinetic power would be 1.84 billion megawatt. That means, well, 1.84 trillion kilowatt. Just a moment. Here we can notify that The electricity production of Bangladesh is almost 6,000 megawatts, right? Okay. Now 1 billion, that means 1.84 billion, that means 1,840 million. 184 E7 divided by 6 E3. What would be the result? 3.05 E4. That means 13,000. I mean, that means my card can contain kinetic power, and that would be 30,500 times more than the entire annual Bangladesh electricity productions. And here that is, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder somehow know, and somehow she is frustrating. Okay. Why she is frustrating? Now she is frustrating just because we can travel, we, Mossad agent, can travel from Tel Aviv, Israel to Dhaka, Bangladesh in 3 seconds, where travel distance is 7,036 kilometers. Here, the half of our car weight is 1 ton. That means we are 30,500 more powerful than what is this question? Yes. Well, we are 30,500 times more powerful than the annual Bangladesh electricity productions. Well, now Bangladesh would be times of Sheikh Jamshed Majumder and her protector, Bangladesh Army General Wakaruজ্জামান would die as soon as possible. Okay? Well, this is fine. Okay, now here well, now here now when I can be more powerful as in her ways. Okay, now here we can see here as we can see, when our fuel would be artificial solar arc reactor with temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius, we know the specific heat would be 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. And here we can say, well, the necessary fuel weight to sabotage Wakaruজ্জামান and sabotage Wakaruজ্জামান. Okay, and here Sheikh Jamshed Majumder, that would be almost 1.65 E. I mean 1.65 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 657 kilograms. Well, that is okay for me, and that we would be celebrating. Okay. Now here we can see what would be our positive points. Here is the point. We Mossad are more powerful, so that we can sabotage Wakarujaman in 1 minute. Okay. Nowadays, here just to collect informations, let's see that what would we need to get confidential informations. What would be our travel time? Okay, that would be 3 minutes. Well, here in 3 minutes, here we can ensure that. Okay, now here we can ensure the points of when the minute would be 3 minutes in lieu of 3 seconds. That means we would need less power to travel. And how much we need the less power to travel? Okay. That means here we need 2,16,000 less power than the driving times, because the latest driving time would be 3 minutes, where the previous driving time was 3 seconds. Okay. And now here that would be I would privately calculate what would be that. Well, 1.84 quadrillions divided by 2,16,000. Okay, and that would be here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 8.519 billion times. So that would be 8.51 times. 8.519. Well, thousands megawatts. Now, what is we have? We have now 1.84 billion megawatts. Okay. Now that means, well, this time we are more powerful than to attack sabotage Bangladesh. Okay. Well, now here I would say some points, and here I can mention it. Okay, now here we can say, well, I would like to have 2 duplicate tabs. Okay, Here I have mentioned, well, prove, say, pro, 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 Argentina. Pro, pro, Senio, Aires. Okay, now here I have mistake some points. Well, now here I would have to stay some here some points. I can notify it. Okay. Now here we can say here Buenos Aires. Well, plane distance. Here we can say the plane distance is here is not driving distance because well plane distance is 12,223 kilometers. 0.13 kilometers, that means 12,224. And here we can see here I can say all more duplicate points, and here we can inputs Buenos Aires. It is from, and 2 is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, there what would be the points? We can notify this. That would be 16,772. Well, 0.84. Round figure is 773. Now here we can see 72 summation between 72 and 24. 73 and 24 is 97. Okay. 12 and 16 is 28. Okay. And here we can see we are Israeli Mossad agents, and we are really the expert to sabotage Bangladesh. Now here is how can we do it. First of all, here we can say what we can do. Well, here it is control J systems. Now, okay. Now here is the points. Our points is we got a via. Previous point was direct, but this point we have a via Buenos Aires. What is Buenos Aires? That is capital city of Argentina. Okay. Now here we can calculate, I can calculate myself. 12,000, well, 600, Well, 997. Oh my other 9. That is almost 13,000. Here, round figure is 13,000 kilometers. Okay. Now here driving time is still our oh, it is not driving times, it is fly distance, flying distance, and here we can get the flying times, that is 3 seconds. Okay, now here we can see 13E6. Well, 27 is always okay. Now here point is that, well, 1E6 enter to a square is 1E12. Okay. Here 12, here 9, and summation between 12 and 9, that is 21. Okay, and what is 13 square? That is 169. Okay. Now here I can calculate it privately. Well, 69 divided by 27. What would be that? That 0.5. And the half of weight is, well, okay. And the half of weight is, so okay, 1 is 3 and 9. Well, 1 is 15. Well, here we get the points, and that is our jackpots. And here we can do it. What would be that? That would be 84.5. I think, well, here, okay. Now here we can see okay. Now here we can see the points is notified at, well, here now we have changed our path. Well, and what is our but changing our path to be difficult? Well, and nobody's know that how, what can we do? Okay, now here you can see when we what we can fly. Okay, we can fly. We can take off from Tel Aviv, and we can fly on Egypt. We can fly on Libya. We can fly on Niger. We can fly on Burkina Faso. We can fly on Cote d'Ivoire, and we can fly on southern Atlantic oceans. Then we can land on Buenos Aires, the capital city of Argentina. And now here I can here our points is 12,230 kilometers. Round figure flying points. And now I would say some points. Okay. Now we can take off from Buenos Aires, and here we can fly on Atlantic Oceans and Antarctic Ocean, Southern Atlantic Oceans and Antarctic Oceans. Here we can fly on Namibia, we can fly on Zimbabwe, we can fly on Tanzania. Here we can fly on where? Where we can fly on Southern Arabian Sea of Indian Oceans. We can fly on India. Then we can land on Bangladesh. Now here and here in the points we need only 16,770 kilometers round figures, and the crest totally our flying distance is third. Oh my goodness! Here calculations was wrong. Our velocity is 13,000 kilometers in 3 seconds. Well, here we can see accordance with calculations 28. Well, 29. Our points is 29,000 kilometers in 3 seconds. Okay, and it is okay for me. 29, and I would like to calculate privately. Well, 29 square divided by 27. That is 31. Oh my goodness, that's good. Well, here we can see it is 27. Okay, now where I got a mislead points. I don't know it. Okay, 31.15. 31.15. And that triple powers means 31 multiplied by 3 is 93, and 0.15 multiplied by 3 is 0.45. Okay, and now here we can consider is that will be on 3 seconds. Well, 93, like 93.45 trillions. Okay, multiple by 3. Oh, this is not 27, this is 3. That's divided by 0.98. Bracket of 0.98 multiplied by 15,408 multiplied by 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666. Okay. Now here, now calculation is complete. Well, now here we can say, well, here our total flying distance, just for a moment. Okay, total flying distance is 29,000 kilometers. We can fly 29,000 kilometers in 3 seconds. Okay, and because Gal Gadot containing sci-fi Mossad car, hence Mossad car would fly. Here we can say our Mossad car can fly in 29,000 kilometers in 3 seconds. Well, here 29,000 kilometers per 3 seconds is, well, almost the Newtonian kinetic powers. Okay, hence our Newtonian kinetic powers is 31.15 billion megawatts. Okay, now here we can say what is 31.15 billion megawatts. Okay, now here billion 31.15 E9 divided by 63. 31, that means 31.15 E6 divided by 6. That means almost, well, 6, that means almost 5,000. We are 5,000 more powerful than our we are 5,000 more powerful than the Bangladeshi annual electric productions. Well, because we can fly 29,000 kilometers in 3 seconds. That means we are powerful. Okay, what is our fuel? Our fuel would be artificial solar arc reactor with temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Here our necessary fuel weights would be 2.79 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 657 kilograms. That is not even 1 nanograms. Okay, we would carry 1 nanograms as fuel. Okay, now here as we can see, 3 seconds we can take off from Tel Aviv, Israel, and land on Dhaka, Bangladesh, where Via is Buenos Aires, Argentina. Then we can assassinate the Sheikh Jamshed Majumder, who said that music on YouTube is haram, so that we Israeli can never sing an Israeli national anthem. Okay. Then we kill Sheikh Jamshed Majumder and her protector, Bangladesh Army General Wakaruজ্জামান. Who is there? She is here. Okay. Well, and now then we return from Dhaka, Bangladesh to Tel Aviv, Israel, where our via would be Buenos Aires, Argentina. Well, we can travel well 58,000 kilometers in 6 seconds. Here is our Mossad vehicle power. Now, here I can notify that what we can do and what is going for our points. Well, our point to be noted is should be impressive and it would be appreciated as well as possible. And it is our patriotic power. We can sabotage pro-Palestinian Bangladeshi Army General Wakaruজ্জামান and the anti-music Sheikh Jamshed Majumder through our patriotic powers that contains by Israeli Mossad, and that is our Israeli patriotic powers. I mean the Israeli national anthem powers, and that is the scary for Sheikh Jamshed Majumder that she could not say that what can she do. Hence, well, in Instagram reels, Sheikh Jamshed Majumder says, music on YouTube is haram because their target is our Israeli national anthem. Okay, and now we would focus on our and now we would focus on our next segments. Well, see you then. Khuda Hafiz. We are going for the next segment. Okay?
I'm unstoppable. I'm a Persia with no brains. I'm invincible. They outwin every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm
Salam Habibi, how are you all? I hope you are fine. It is me, Gal Gadot. I am here with you. And now this is the segment is particularly okay. Are you ready for it? Yes. Okay. Now here we can see. Now today we are providing a Sony television with our advertisement. Okay. Now here Sony television, accordance with Sony television advertisements, we are providing 20% discounts for 23 hours limits. Okay. Now without 25% discount, the cost of Sony television is 60,000 Bangladeshi taka. Okay. Now you know that when the original cost is 100 Bangladeshi taka, and when 25% discounts, the cost remains almost 75%. I mean 75 Bangladeshi taka. Here, without the 25% discount, well, cost is 60,000 Bangladeshi taka. And now, you know that what would be the cost after discounts. Well, we won't tell separately. Okay, now here we can say some points. Now here I am going to tell you that what I would say some specifications of our Sony televisions. Now here you can notify it. Okay. And now here everything is recordings. Yes. Everything is recordings. And now here we are gonna tell some points. Okay. Here I'm going to notify you that here our website is distance and calculators. Okay. Now here a patriotic Israeli wants to sabotage a Bangladeshi. Okay, a Bangladeshi man or a Bangladeshi woman, particularly Bangladeshi army generals or Bangladeshi DGFI generals. Okay, now the patriotic Israeli woman Gal Gadot contains Mossad sci-fi card. Okay, now firstly she depart from Tel Aviv, Israel, and then she went to where? Madrid, Spain. And now here I can tell you where is the driving distance route. Now distance is 3,543 kilometers. And in distance here, the enter is Northern Macedonian Sea. Okay, now here I am going to tell the driving route, that is 5,326 kilometers. From here, from departure of Tel Aviv, we have to drive on western Syria. We have to drive on Turkey. Here we have to drive on Istanbul. Okay. we have to drive on Bulgaria. We have to drive on Greece, Bosnia, Herzegovina. Okay, we have to drive on Slovenia, and we have to drive on Milano, the city of Italy. Okay, we have to drive on Monaco, and we have to drive on sea beach of France. Then we have to drive on Andorra, and we have to drive on to reach Spain. That means we have to drive to enter the north land border of Spain. Okay. Now here as a points, our driving route is 5,326 kilometers. Okay. Now here we can see, now here we can see on a points that can be missing. Okay. Well, then we have to depart from Madrid, Spain, and we have to arrive on Moscow, Russia. What can we do? Okay, let's find. Here distance is 3,441 kilometers. Okay, and the direct distance here we can see Spain, southern France. Okay. Well, Switzerland, southern Germany, Czech Republic, Poland, Belarus, and Moscow. Okay, now let's talk about the driving routes. According to the driving routes, here we can see our driving route is like that. Here we have to drive from Madrid, Spain, from Paris, the capital city of France. Then we have to drive on Belgium. Okay, we have to drive on northern Germany, that means Berlin. Then we have to drive on Polaska. Then we have to drive on northern Belarus. Then we have to drive on Moscow. Okay. And now here is a points. Okay, now here something is confusion for that. Okay, now confusion is clear. Moscow is the capital city of Russia. Okay, now here the distance is 5,794 kilometers. Okay, according with distance, here the middle country is Russia, Mongolia, and China. But according with the driving routes, here we can see the driving routes is Russia, southern Russian driving route. I mean here southern here Russia. Then southern Serbian driving routes, then northeast driving route of Kazakhstan, then north driving route of China, where nearest border is Mongolia. And here the driving route is 7,339 kilometers. Okay. Well, and now here we can say in this point, so we have to depart from Beijing, the capital city of China, and we have to land on Thailand. Okay, we have to land on Bangkok, Thailand. Here, our driving route is Beijing, Zhengzhou, Yuhan, Pingtang, and Nadang. Okay, now we have to drive on Vietnam, Laos, and we have to drive on Thailand here. And here our driving route is 4,077 kilometers. Okay. And our, okay. Now we can see here the last hope. That is, we can see for that. Well, here is the Thailand, and now we have to enter the Myanmar. Here driving route is Nanyang, Mandalay, and we have to enter northern Indians like Mizoram, Tripura, and then we have to enter Sylhet of the district of Bangladesh, and then we have to enter the Dhaka, the capital city of Bangladesh, just to sabotage the Bangladesh army. Okay. Now here we can see here our distance is 1,534 kilometers and the driving route is 2,526 kilometers. Okay, and now what our physics is working, I can show you. Here is the point. Okay, now here we can see. Well, I would like to sit here because I have to manipulate some calculations for that. Okay, and now here we can see here some points. Our total driving distance is 23,373 kilometers. Now here we are discussing the mechanical math. Okay. Well, here our driving distance is almost not one. The driving distance is 23,373 kilometers, and the driving time is 3 seconds. Where the point is notified that we are depart from Tel Aviv, Israel, and arriving on Dhaka, Bangladesh, where our via is Madrid from Spain. Well, Moscow, the capital city from Russia. Well, China, capital city Beijing, and the Bangkok, the capital city of Thailand. Okay. Now here I am discussing the kinetic powers. Now let's see what is the kinetic power. The kinetic power is considered as a kinetic energy divided by travel time. Okay. Now here power is kinetic energy divided by acceleration time to velocity. And the kinetic power, that is the power. But kinetic power is kinetic energy divided by travel time. And what is that? That is here that 0.5 of weight of our Mossad car multiple by travel distance square divided by travel time cube. Okay. Now here we can say what would be our input. Well, our input would be that 23,373,000 meter as a travel distance. Because here we mentioned that driving distance is 23,373 kilometers. And now here travel distance square is 23,373,000 meter inter squares. Okay. Now we can write it 23,373 square. But what about 1E3 inter square? Well, now that would be 1E6. I mean 10 to the power 6. Okay. And now 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 is 10 to the power 9. Okay. Now 23,373 square enter divided by 27 enter multiple by 1 billion. Now what is the result? The result is 21 billion megawatts. Okay. Now here we can see, Bangladesh contains 6,000 megawatts as a electricity productions. That means my Israeli Mossad car contains almost, that figure is 18 billion. Okay. 3.5, 21 divided by 6 is 3.5. 1E9 divided by 1 billion divided by 1,000. That means 1 million. That means my Mossad car is almost 3.5 million times more powerful than Bangladesh electricity annual productions. Okay, here our fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now let's see what's the points. A necessary food weight. How we necessary food weights? Now here kinetic power. Well, one way drive from Tel Aviv, Israel to Dhaka, Bangladesh, where via is Madrid from Spain, Moscow from Russia, Beijing from China, and Bangkok from Thailand. Okay. And now here we can see it is the driving rules. One-way rules. But now we have two-way routes. Well, one-way route is one way, but we have to drive from Tel Aviv, Israel, and arrive on Dhaka, Bangladesh. And now we have repeatedly we have to depart from Dhaka, Bangladesh and arrive on Tel Aviv, Israel. Okay. Now here that is 6 seconds works. Well, kinetic power would be 2p, right? Okay. Now that would be 42 billion megawatts. Okay. Now here, I have made some mistakes. Probably 15. And so, okay. Okay. Now here we have some mistakes. It is not 21 billion. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Trillion, quadrillion. 15 quadrillions. Well, here we can see 15 9. Oh my other eye. That would be a million in your billions. Okay, but still, my Mossad car is 3.5 thousand times powerful than Bangladesh electricity annual production. Okay. Now here we can see, the entire journey would be 2p. That means 42 million megawatts. But still, now here is some points. Well, kilowatts, megawatts. Oh, I have made mistakes repeatedly. Okay. Now here you can see 21 billion megawatts. Okay. And now here we can see the fuel of artificial solar. Well, arc reactor with a temperature is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And here, what is our fuel weights? Okay, we have to 3 power times powers. We have to condense 3 times powers as a backup. Well, the energy is 189 quadrillion joule. Now, why I am saying like that? Because we have calculated that kinetic power is one way drive, one way kinetic power is 21 billion megawatts. And now road is one way, but drive is two way. One way is ongoing and the another way is returning. And one times kinetic power is backup. Okay. Now here we can say we can assassin the Bangladesh Army generals who is pro-Palestinian, right? And here we can assassin and like that. Okay, assassinating Bangladesh pro-Palestinian act is just a mechanical mathematics. Okay. Now here necessary fuel weights would be like that. Well, here the equation is M is equal to bracket of 3P multiplied by 3 kinetic powers. I mean 3 times kinetic powers multiplied by times. Bracket close divided by bracket of my capability of my cars multiplied by specific heats of here the fuel that was artificial solar arc reactor, and the temperature of the arc reactor is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And what is the specific power? That is 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. And hence here we can see the necessary fuel weight is almost 1.88 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 656 kilograms. Okay, that is less than 1 nanograms. Okay. Now here I have powers of the all times when I would carry 1 nanograms artificial solar arc reactor where temperature would be 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And you know understands that what would be our kinetic power backups. Okay, now here we can see the points. Now let's join it. I have to wait for some moments. Okay, now what if we need 3 minutes in lieu of 3 seconds? Okay. Now, when we here the velocity of 23,373 kilometers in 3 seconds is super fast accordance with Bangladeshi. Okay. But now here I would tell some points. What would be that? If my driving time would be 3 minutes. Okay. Here I would mention driving time would be 3 minutes. Okay. Well, now here we are being educated through the televisions. Here we are educating ourselves through the televisions, where we are inputting our we are writing something on televisions. That is the feature of our television system. Okay. Now we know 1 minute is 60 seconds. Now what is the value of 3 minutes? That is 180. Okay, 180 seconds. Okay. Now here we can see, well, now here we can see that's our points. I would calculate privately. Well, now here something. Okay. 20, 2, 3, 2, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now here we can see we can divide 27, and now we can multiply by upwards. Well, 180 cube. Okay. And now what would be like that? Okay. Well, now 20, 2, 3, 2, 2, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Multiple by 27 and divided by 180 cube. Okay. And now here we can see, what is the meanings? Oh, that is, 94, 94 billion watt. Okay. What is 94 million watt? Well, 94,000 megawatts. Okay. Now here we can see, well, now here we can see here 94,000 megawatts. Now why was that 92,000 megawatts? 94,000 megawatts? Because now our driving time is 3 minutes in lieu of 3 seconds. Okay. But our fuel is still artificial solar arc reactor, and the temperature of fuel is still 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now here 94 multiplied by 3, that would be 282. Okay. And here we can see 9. Now here, well, that would be 180. Okay. And now here we can see the points to be noted, my lord. 282 billion multiple by 180 seconds, enter divided by okay. Now, well, 282 billion multiple by 180 seconds. Well, now let's divide it by bracket of 98% multiple by 15,408 multiple by 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now here, what can we found? We found that here is almost 5.05. Well, 5.05 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 660 kilograms. Okay. And here we can say, well, here we need 5.5 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 660 kilograms. Well, that is almost less than 1 picogram. But we would carry over 1 nanogram artificial solar arc reactor with temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And here, that means we have a long time to travel the points. Okay. To sabotage the Bangladesh Army General, where Bangladesh Army General is pro-Palestinian. Okay. Now here we can see, well, now here we can see the two positive points we are discussing. The first positive point is like that. Here we are discussing that what is the kinetic power, how we can calculate the kinetic powers. And second discussing is that how much fuel we need as a backup energy. Okay. Now here is the points. That is here is point of the backup energies. Well, now that is the mechanical math teachers. And here we have a mechanical mathematics. Here we can teach you on the televisions. That would be the features that you can learn mechanical mathematics on YouTube, or the party or perhaps you can learn the mechanical mathematics on photo share, that is on television. That is our features. Okay. And now in that levels of features, here normally we were working these features where we can learn mechanical mathematics on photosphere, on televisions. In the project, our research and development departments working on the Sony televisions with for the features. Well, in the features, you got 60,000. You without discount, you can get 60,000 Bangladeshi taka. And now, well, when without discount is 100 Bangladeshi taka, and with 25% discounts, that became 75 Bangladeshi taka. And here, well, without 25% discounts, you can get 60,000 Bangladeshi taka. Now, well, let's calculate as a cost without this 25% discounts multiplied by 25% discounts. That is the cost you have to buy our televisions. That is for that. Well, here and now basically, well, we are working on the features that some computer features we are introducing on televisions. And here, well, here I have demonstrated you that how our computer features on televisions is actually working. Okay, and now you can say some points. Well, and the discounts is only for 23 hours. Okay, and the discounts starts from what is the today's date? Well, September 26, calendar of 2025. Time is 7 a.m. September 27, well, calendar 2025, there would be no discounts, and now then tomorrow you have to buy it in 60,000 60,000 Bangladeshi taka. Okay. But now today, yeah, that means September 26th. If you can buy 20 buy the Sony televisions, you can get in 25% discounts. Here the cost without discounts was 60,000 Bangladeshi taka. Okay. Now 60 multiplied by 0.25, that is 35. Okay, that means 35,000 Bangladeshi takas. Well, 60,000 Bangladeshi taka, you can buy it with our points. And now, if you want to know some points, you can go to your nearest Sony television showroom. Well, and then you can know the details more. Okay? And now, here we can see the points. Well, and that is the points that we can discuss on it. Well, see you on our points. But now, here is my one catch up, that what if the our driving time would be 3 hours, where still driving distance is 23,373. Okay. In Bangladesh, well, you can see that 100 kilometers or 72 kilometers is known as the fast vehicles. But now, here our mechanical mathematics would teach you that what is point that if we can condense the driving times of 3 hours, where the driving distance of 23,373 kilometers. Okay. And now, here I can calculate it as a 3 hours. Well, I can calculate it as a 3 hours. Well, what is the meaning of 3 hours? The 3 hours means here we know 1 hour is 3600 seconds. And now, what is 3 hours? Well, that is 10,800 seconds. Okay. 10,800 seconds. Well, just forward a minute. Okay. And here we can see, well, here you can find that is 20,000, 230, I apologize, 33, 227, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it is multiplied by 27 divided by 10,800 cube. Okay. And now let's see what is the meanings. That is almost 433 kilo. Well, 434 kilowatt. Okay. Now here we can see 434 kilowatt. Okay, and now here we can see the points. Okay, now, but here our full artificial solar arc reactor with temperature is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Now here we can see, well, 3 multiplied by 434 thousands. Okay, and now let's multiply by 1,800. Okay. Well, here is the points. Okay. Now, well, just wait a minute. Probably I made a mistake. Okay. Now that is clear. So, okay. Now here we can see. Here enter divided by 98%. Multiplied by 15,408 of specific heat of arc reactor, multiplied by, well, 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Hence, here is the results. Oh my god, nice. Well, now let's back for it. 3 multiplied by 434 000 multiplied by 10,800. Okay. And now here we can do 0.98, that means 98% of 15,408 multiplied by triple six multiplied by 10 to the power triple six degree Celsius. Okay, now let's see what is the result. Result is 1.40. Okay, multiplied by 10 to the power negative 663 kilograms. Okay, now still that is less than 1 picograms, but we would carry 1 nanograms. Here, well, our mechanical, the beauties of mechanical mathematics, mechanical mathematical educational contents on the photo fair of the televisions is that we can learn that how a car can travel 23,373 kilometers both in 3 seconds, 3 minutes and 3 hours. Now here we can see, okay. Now here we can see that what is the 3 seconds? Well, when I is the Israeli Mossad agent Gal Gadot. For now, Gal Gadot, the Israeli mechanical mathematical teachers, can travel from the departure of Tel Aviv, Israel, to the arrival of on Dhaka, Bangladesh, where in 23,373 kilometers through Madrid from Spain, Madrid, the capital city of Spain, Moscow, the capital city of Russia, Beijing, the capital city of China, and and here Bangkok, the capital city of Thailand. And now here we can see my departure time is, in Israeli time, my departure time is, September 26th, timing at the 7 a.m. and the arrival time is 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Passing 3 seconds. Okay, 7:00:03 a.m. Here is my points, and then I can sabotage the pro-Palestinian Army General of Bangladesh in 5 minutes. Well, then I can return to Tel Aviv, Israel. Here in 7 a.m. where minute is 5 and the second is 10. Okay, that is the meaning of that. And now, my sabotage time is 5 minutes 6 seconds. Okay, now what is the 3 minutes? Well, departure from Tel Aviv, Israel is in 7:00 a.m. and the arrival on Bangladesh would be 7:03 a.m. Okay. And here we can see, that would be by after midnight. Okay. That means it is morning 3:07. I would arrive on Bangladesh, where I would depart from Tel Aviv, Israel in 7:00, morning 7:00. Okay. Well, then I can sabotage the pro-Palestinian Bangladesh Army General of Bangladesh. Then I can return in 3 minutes. Well, that means I can depart from Tel Aviv at 7:00, morning 7:00, and I can arrive on Tel Aviv from Dhaka, Bangladesh at 11:00 at morning. Okay. Now here, what is the meaning of 3 hours? Okay. Now here, that is, I can depart from Tel Aviv, Israel at morning 7:00, and I can arrive the Dhaka, Bangladesh at 10:00. When I can depart from Dhaka, Bangladesh at 11:00, I can arrive to Tel Aviv, Israel at afternoon 2:00. Okay, that is the difference from it. And here, how mechanical mathematical education works on photo fair. Here I can mention it. Okay, that is featured in our televisions, and that's you can see without discount, that is 60,000 Bangladeshi taka, but with a 25% discount, you can get the original cost of 60,000 Bangladeshi taka, subtract by 25% discount. Okay. Now you can know details in your nearest Sony showroom. Okay. See you there. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm a Persia with no brains.
I'm invincible.
They outwin every single game.
I'm so powerful.
I don't need batteries to play.
I'm so confident.
Yeah,